Hello, techies. This is Miguelina Betty, aka Catwoman from Tech Valor, and welcome to my live stream. So, I do have some background music going on right now. Let me know if it's too loud or if I need to put down the volume. This music was actually created by Oh Yeah Beats. Definitely check him out if you want to get your own beats. And I'll definitely put a link to his website in the chat so y'all can check it out. So just wanted to say hi to Mr. J. Williams. He was the first one to say hi, but his comment went away because it was so long ago. Next person is my husband, MC Locks and Life. Hello, welcome. My web wife, Gadget Goddess. Hey, girl, hey. Ike's Tech Talk. Hi, Ike. Welcome. Savage Scientist. Hey, Savage. My tech twin, Spectacular Gadgets. Hey, Spectacular Gadgets. Jeff Hale. Hi, Jeff. Many blessings to you, too. Ace Rocks Tech. Hi, welcome. Barry Johnson. Hi, Barry. Welcome. Hey, Tech Loving Mama. Hi, I'm doing well. How are you? So thank you for everybody that has stopped by. For me going live. I do look different than what's on my thumbnail. So something that's different about me is that I cut my locks. So I used to have long locks that would go down all the way to my back, but unfortunately I needed to cut them. TMI, but not really because we're all best friends here. I either have like psoriasis or seborrheic dermatitis on my skin, on the edges, and it's like skin flakes. And whenever I would wash my hair or I would brush my hair, it would get stuck in my locks, and I was just tired of dealing with it. So I went ahead and I cut my locks. So I'm not completely bald, but I'm basically starting over. Whether or not I'm gonna have locks again, I don't know. But I've been doing some treatment with my hair, and it's a lot better. It's not inflamed. My scalp has been looking a lot healthier. So, it's just hair, it grows back. I look different, but I'm still me. And so I want to start off with tooting my own horn. So actually I did a tutorial again, and I haven't done a tutorial in a really long time on YouTube, but I made a tutorial for people who want to upgrade their Pixel phones because the new Android 13 came out. And here's my video. The link is in the description as well. So a lot of people got Android 13, but some people have not yet actually upgraded to Android 13. This is very, very beginner friendly. The instructions are within less than 4 minutes. And I'm really, really proud of it. The good thing about this tutorial is that you don't need to add any extra software or anything like that. Everything is, you could just do it straight from your Windows computer, and you don't need any extra bells and whistles in order to do it. So if you know anybody that is still on Android 12 and would like to upgrade, definitely send them that way. And I've also helped some people in the comments. I had somebody who had a Pixel 5 and is still on Android 12, and help them go to Android 13. So people could always leave a comment, and I'll be in there and I'll help them out. So I'm just going to see if anybody new came in. Hey, oh yeah, Beats. Hey, I shared your link. Thank you so much for the background music. It sounds great. I love it in my ears. I hope that it's pleasant for everybody as well. Hey, El Jefe. Welcome. High tech for your needs. Hey. So I did put out a poll on Twitter as far as what is the first topic that you guys wanted me to talk about, and there was only 2 votes, but they still count. And the first topic that we're going to talk about today is the tech in She-Hulk. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. So She-Hulk is a new show that has come out on Disney Plus. It's exactly what the name implies. It's the Hulk, but a lady version of it. And there is some Stark tech involved, some Tony Stark tech involved. But the way that it comes across, it makes you kind of like wonder, why is there Stark tech about this to begin with? So I do have a link to this article. Everything that I talk about, I'm going to have links to it. So there's a picture here where you see blades, and it shows that it has Stark Industries on there, and they're spinning saw blades on a moving wall. And here again is another picture. It's a little bit blurred out, but you can still make out that it's Stark Industries, and it's She-Hulk stopping the blades from the moving wall that's coming towards her. So in this article, it says, fans may be curious how Stark continues to provide just the right tech needed for his old Avengers teammates now that he's gone. However, the important question is, why does Hulk have a Star Tech depth cage? So one would actually consider this a depth cage because it's a four-sided wall and with a moving wall on the inside with spinning blades. It would seem that Bruce Banner worked with Tony to develop a testing lab of sorts. And I did watch the episode, and it's in Mexico. And the reason why is because it's a very soothing place to be for him to work in. Was it for the possibility of a future Hulk, or maybe it was entirely for made to help figure out the Green Avengers problem between Avengers Infinity War and Endgame? Or even earlier, when Bruce helped Tony build the Hulkbuster armor, Veronica, which is called Veronica. So I found that to be very interesting. There is a clip on YouTube. Here is the death cage, basically, that she's in right now. And she has a helmet on, and the helmet is supposed to monitor her vitals, if you see right here, to see what type of trauma and stress response she goes through as the cage starts spinning. And here's Hulk on the other side. So she's in the cage, and there is the spinning saw coming towards her. And of course, obviously, she's worried because she might die. But in the end, she hulks out. And she stops it in time. So that's great. Let me go ahead and see if you guys have anything to say about it in the comments. So Tech Love and Mama said, I haven't seen it yet, but I want to so badly. Oh yeah, I definitely recommend it if you have Disney Plus to check it out. If you don't, I'm sure there's other ways of getting it, you know, even if you catch my drift. Savage Scientist said, interesting. Yeah, it is very interesting because the last time we saw Tony Stark's tech was in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. And so after that, things have happened, but Tony Stark's Industries has not come out until She-Hulk, which is pretty cool. Ike's Tech Talk says that he needs a vacation in Mexico. Yes, where it's nice and peaceful. And hopefully you would be around a lot of technology like how Bruce Banner is. So Tech Lover Mama said that she has Disney Plus. She's just been working so much and she hopes to catch it this weekend and watch it with the hubby. Yeah, you'll be in for a treat because you'll be able to watch 2 episodes. A new episode came out yesterday on Thursday. So I'm going to be very transparent. If I'm ever a little bit silent, that's because I'm timestamping the videos for later on. So the next thing that I want to talk about deals with AI influencers. Hi, Raymond Williams. Welcome to the chat. So this is a quote unquote, what they call it, an AI person or artificial intelligence, but not really. It's more like a CGI character. Their name is Meka. If you haven't heard about this story, there is a lot of lore to it, but basically this person named Anthony Martini created this virtual influencer called Meka. And their persona is basically being a rapper and living a luxurious life, basically the life that people would want to have, very indulgent, things like that. They're famous on TikTok. They have 10.3 million followers, 135 million likes. All of their videos get like millions and millions of views. And the wild thing about this is that they were actually signed on to Capitol Records. Capitol Records thought, hey, this AI, CGI, virtual influencer is really popular. Hopefully they can make us money. So they signed on this virtual person, influencer, to Capitol Records. But immediately after they were signed on by Capitol Records, they had to cancel the project. And unfortunately, they had to cancel the project due to appropriation. This character is basically appropriating Black culture. And also, they have come out with certain types of songs. The songs say the N-word. They make light of police brutality, things like that. And so Capitol Records did issue an apology. By way of having a conversation with the New York Times, they said, we offer our deepest apologies to the Black community for our insensitivity and signing this project without asking enough questions about equity and the creative process behind it. We thank those who have reached out to us with constructive feedback in the past couple of days. Your input was invaluable as we came to the decision to end our association with the project. So basically, the person who creates these type of virtual influencers matter. Who is at the table and who's exchanging hands and getting money does matter, because like you can see with the Black community, it's something that was just not cool at all. There is an article here by BET showing a tweet from Industry Blackout, who actually called out Capitol Records and said, have you lost your minds? And put out a big statement just saying how this is not cool. They should cancel the project. Meka should actually be completely canceled on all different types of platforms, which we have yet to see anything like that happening. BG Tech Life said they wanted to make an artist without paying. That is part of it. I mean, that's definitely the reason why Capitol Records wanted to take on this digital influencer, is because it's less money that they would have to pay out than if they would have to pay out a regular human, touring, things like that. They never age, they're never tired, they never complain, they just do as they're told. Those types of things. But unfortunately, the story doesn't end here. The person who actually voiced Meka is called Kyle the Hooligan, and he went on Instagram and also did an interview with Vice talking about how he was actually the voice of Meka when it comes to the rapping part. Now, he is a Black person, but the problem with this was that He was told that he was going to get royalties and he was going to have stake in the company and things like that. But unfortunately, to this day, he has not gotten paid. After he did the records and did the project, he said that Anthony Martini ghosted him, and that's just really sad all the way around that something like that would happen to them. They actually said that they're glad that FN Meka was canceled, and this is just basically karma coming around. So this has an ending, but at the end, it's just unfortunate that something like this happens. So we need to have more voices at the table when it comes to these type of situations, to get not only input but also equity as well. Savage Scientist says, I give them a big thumbs up for ending the project. Yeah, they did it pretty quickly. There was a lot of backlash on Twitter, rightfully so, because it really shouldn't have been that way, and they didn't look into it. BG Tech Life said FM Meka is a disgrace. It is, yeah, it is. It is a disgrace. Welcome to the stream, Kenny Man, and welcome to the stream, the Ish9. Hello, the review suite. So, oh yeah, Beats said there is an IP attached to it, but there would be money for the owner. Yes. And in this instance, the owner would be Anthony Martini, who is a white man. Now, originally the appeal of it was that they were calling FN Meka an AI personality, because they were saying that the music was created by an algorithm, but the song was sung by actual human, and the appeal was that hoping that technology would evolve to a point where you wouldn't even need a human voice. So yeah, that happened. It's sad, but a big lesson can be learned from here. Now, digital influencers is not something that is commonly known, but it has been around for a long time. And I did want to show an example of a couple of different types of virtual influencers. So here's another article that says PacSun partners with the first ever virtual influencer, Michaela. And I'm a little bit biased towards Michaela because her name is spelled very similar to mine. So Michaela is a virtual influencer. Her name is spelled Miquela. My name is spelled Miguelina. So it's very, very similar. So PacSun and Michaela will collaborate on social content, amplifying the brand's back to school and 2022 holiday campaign. Michaela became a phenomenon in 2016 when the 19-year-old robot based in Los Angeles appeared on Instagram and instantly went viral. Since then, she has graced the billboards in Times Square, has been named by Time magazine as the most influential person on the internet, and has gained millions of strong cult followings known as the Michaelians. The digital personality is best known for her authenticity, inclusivity, and youthful, unique style, and has begun to claim her title as the Queen of the Metaverse. PacSun has been following the evolution of the virtual influencer landscape and wanted to craft a special partnership with Michaela, especially as both were recently part of the Complex Land. So the statement from PacSun says, I'm so excited to be working. No, sorry. The statement from Michaela says, I'm so excited to be working with PacSun on this campaign, said Michaela. As a fan of their fits, vibe, and vision, I couldn't be happier to partner up as we explore what the future of fashion and culture looks like for a new generation. And basically the images is of her outside of the PacSun store, and she's wearing on clothes that is from PacSun, and it's all digitally created. I'm not sure if the clothes that she's wearing is actually available in real life. I would imagine so. But I wonder, what is it that you guys think about this? And what is it that you guys do? You guys think this is strange? Do you guys think this is just the future? Is this something that would you just need to get comfortable and deal with? Definitely let me know. So if you click on Michaela's Instagram, you'll see that she has 3 million followers. And she's, again, a 19-year-old robot living in Los Angeles, which calling herself a robot, I wouldn't agree with, because she doesn't have an exoskeleton or anything like that. But she's definitely a virtual influencer. Now, going through her Instagram pictures, there's a lot of cool pictures about her. But one of the things that kind of, I guess, for a lack of a better term, freaked me out is the fact that she has a boyfriend, and the boyfriend is an actual human person. See, if when I bring up the pictures, this is her boyfriend. It's an actual person, and there's even a picture of them kissing. I mean, the CGI people that created this were really, really, really talented, because it does look like augmented reality meets real life, and it looks super realistic, like if CGI is really out there in the real world. But we all know that this is fake. I don't know. This doesn't sit all the way too well with me, just because, I mean, it's definitely a company that is behind this, and they have so many well-intentioned, but when it comes to the fact that it's blending a little bit too much with the real world, I think that one is a little strange for me. So Savage Scientist says this is the future. Art Dog, talking about the previous F at Meka, says that the record business has changed a lot. Wow. Yes. And a fun fact about Michaela, she actually sings too. I haven't been able to find any of her songs or anything like that, but I saw it across the article that Michaela is a singer too. Hello, Shark Fin Tech. Hey, welcome. BG Tech Life says they're replacing humans. Yeah, they are. They're replacing the talent within the entertainment industry, because you can tell that they're tired of having to accommodate people. And a lot of people in the entertainment industry has spoken up about their mental health and how it's just not sustainable with all of the demands that has been happening lately. So they're like, okay, that's all right. We could just export and exploit digital creations instead. Tech Lover Mama said, for advertising, this is cool, but outside of that, it's odd to me, but it doesn't hurt anyone. It's cool by me. I wouldn't call her a robot either, and the boyfriend thing is very odd. Yes, it is. Savage Scientist said this is more of a demonstration. Oh yeah, Beats says that y'all are the coolest. Yes, everyone in this chat is the coolest, because they're showing you so much love on the music that you make. So Savage Scientist says these are AI creations. Yes, they are. And he also says they are based on complex machine learning algorithms. Yeah, I mean, in a way, a human does kind of still need to make it, whether it's in Photoshop or animating it on After Effects or anything, or any type of 3D model making type of thing. At the end, there needs to be quality controlled by humans and a vision, artists, things like that. So humans are being exchanged, but how long before even that is going to be taken out of the equation, like how you're saying with complex machine learning? Tech for Your Niece says it can be used for good or bad. After all, the persuading she is a digital influencer. Yeah, at the end of the day, that is what she's doing. She's an influencer, a digital one. So Art Dog says, I guess you don't have to pay robots. Well, it's you do have to pay the people that create them. For example, the artists, the digital makers, things like that. You would still, somebody is getting paid, but the appeal to this, I think, more is that the job gets done. When there's a deadline, the deadline is met, because you don't have to worry about a person's feelings, about a person's mental health, things that happen with the human experience. So because the human experience is taken out of the equation, it's more cost effective. So Tech Lover Mama asks, is the boyfriend a creator? LOL, it's okay to me if no one gets hurt, but this is skating on thin ice on hurting someone mentally, at least. I don't know if they're an influencer. Let me click on one of their pictures and see if they're tagged. Kravis, Benifer Kravis Nikela. Oh, okay. No, they're not tagged. Let me see. Hot bot summer in full effect. They're pretty cheeky. Nope. It doesn't seem that they're an influencer, and if they are, they're not tagged on it. So it's probably just an actor that is probably being paid over and over again to act like they're with this digital AI. And one can even think about this as like one of those comfort dolls, but the digital version of the types of comfort dolls. Savage Scientist said this would make for a great PhD dissertation topic. And he also said this is the beginning of Skynet. Bradley said, remember that movie Ex Machina? It reminds me of that. Yes, I saw Ex Machina. It does remind me of that. Tech Lover Mama says, I hope they create more like her, but in different shapes and sizes and colors. I'm glad you said that, Tech Lover Mama, because we can segue on to other types of digital influencers. So there is a website called virtualhumans.org that actually follows up on the latest trends when it comes to digital influencers. And here it says 5 notable virtual influencers and brand partnerships. So the first one is Balmain, which is fashion, and they partnered with Shudugram models. And so they're wearing on the clothes and they're digital. So another fashion one that is going on right now. Next is Noonery, an image model and fashion star, and she's on Vogue Paris. So fashion seems to be a very common thing. Now here's one from the World Health Organization. So it says the World Health Organization taps Knox Frost, which is a digital influencer that's a guy. And they were on the World Health Organization's Instagram. Now I'm going to read the information about Knox Frost just because it's about the World Health Organization. So Knox Frost is a virtual influencer with a history of promoting health and wellness, particularly in the topic of mental health. As the younger generation shows slow adoption and sometimes total disregard for social distancing recommendations amid COVID-19, the World Health Organization took note of an opportunity to reach these younger audiences through official partnership with a virtual influencer. Virtual influencer audiences such as Knox Frost trends far trend far younger on the average than human influencers. So yeah. Next is Michaela again. So she actually did a campaign with Samsung on the um, Do What You Can't campaign. And actually, I remember this commercial with Michaela, but I didn't think that she was a virtual influencer. I thought it was just Samsung that created their own virtual influencer for themselves and was just playing around with CGI to promote their phones. I didn't know that it was an actual independent virtual influencer. So that's pretty cool. Michaela's been around the world. Michaela has also done a campaign with Prada as well. So, and last, number 5 is Gujimon and Janky hype Steve Aoki on tour. So, Gujimon and Janky, one is a cat and one is a rabbit. Again, it's a virtual influencer, and they hyped up Steve Aoki on their tour for music. Hey, welcome. All right, your boy, aka Mr. 1000. Welcome to the chat. And again, congratulations on getting 1000 subs. Woohoo! So knowing that there are more types of virtual influencers, how does that make you guys feel? Do you guys feel more comfortable with it? Do you still think that Skynet is coming? What do you guys think? Tech Llama Mama says, we are really on our way to Ready Player One movie life. Yeah, I agree. It is. It's very much like that. So Art Dog said, I'd have to hear it to be convinced, but I'm not buying the reasons that they're using. I agree as well. So now I'm going to move on to I wanted to show you guys a virtual influencer, as you would say, one that is actually a friend of the channel, Adriana and Whip, and they are a father and daughter duo that games on Twitch and YouTube and all types of streaming platforms, and they game with a virtual skin like a VTuber, which is pretty cool because they are protecting their identities that way. But if you want to support a independent virtual influencer that is owned by the actual person and they say who they are, it's actually like a real personality that I do have a link to Adriana Whip's YouTube channel. Go ahead and give us a subscribe and watch some of their videos. They're really, really cool. So Bradley thinks that it's still scary that these virtual influencers are around. Savage says, chilling here, 1K, beast mode to holla at your boy. Yep. Bow, 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 bow. So the next article that I wanted to talk about is the iPhone 14. So iPhone 14 leak from India reveals model number as reports details from local manufacturing program. What I think is more cool about this article, aside from the model number, I'm not really too caring about that, is actually the fact that iPhone 14 models are going to be made in India. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. So in this article, it says Apple has been looking to diversify manufacturing in Asia in response to the pandemic lockdowns and impacted operation. The geopolitical tension in the region of China might be another reason to reduce its reliance on China manufacturing sites. That's what some reports said in the past, and most recent development as a matter of that comes from Bloomberg. Apple and Foxconn have been working on an aggressive iPhone 14 manufacturing plan for India. The reports note that two companies wanted a simultaneous start for India and China in the iPhone 14 production, but the plan isn't realistic for this year's iPhone generation. The first iPhone units coming from India will be ready in late October or November, so it's not coming out right away. It's going to be coming out in October or November. That's when the manufacturing is going to happen. That's still a significant improvement compared to the typical 6 to 9 month lag from the previous launches. So basically, Apple is trying to get ahead of the fact that they don't meet enough production for the demand. And because of what's happening in China right now with their aggressive zero COVID policies, they're going to be manufacturing a lot in China for the iPhone 14. Again, it's not going to be all of it. It is not going to be a majority of it. I think it doesn't say 50-50, but enough to where it's going to meet the demands. Now, unfortunately, there has been some leaks. So the iPhone 14 leaks might have been a significant challenge in bringing production forward in the region of India. The reports note that Foxconn can't necessarily able to replicate the stringent security measures that is employed in China. Executives looked at cornering off a section of Foxconn's assembly lines in India and other security features to reduce the risk. But moreover, Apple has been concerned about the India customs official. They typically open up packages to check whether the goods match the import declarations. This could have led to the additional iPhone 14 leaks. So, Apple has a suspicion that a lot of these leaks that have been coming out about the iPhone 14 is coming from China. But they're like, what's more important, producing the phones or the fact that there are some types of leaks? So they're wagering that, let's just continue to put production in India and put more than we anticipated and wanted it to do. So Tech Love and Mama talking about the previous conversation said, I feel bad for people who want to be a model. It's already hard for them to physically and mentally to pursue it because of what they look like and such. And now with AR versions, they won't need them. Yeah, it is. Yep. Savage Scientist says, well, this is no different than corporate characters like Garfield, Mickey Mouse, and they are all corporate property. Yep. You could definitely make a comparison, but the thing though is that there is a delineation between a cartoon and a person. These virtual influencers are saying, hey, I'm just like you, hashtag robot things. And I think that's more of like a when you reach an uncanny valley type of situation. Hello, Gwendolyn. Welcome to the chat. Savage Scientist says, this is a great stream focusing on great tech scope. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So You guys don't have anything to say about this topic, so we're gonna move on to the next article. So in the next article, this is just the wallpaper from the you're able to download the far out event wallpaper from Basic Apple Guy for iPhone. So I just put a link in there so you guys can check it out. If you have an iPhone and you want the iPhone 14 wallpaper events, you are able to download it and put it on your laptop, your phones, your iPad, things like that. So I just included that link there. So the next topic here is North America's smartphone shipment is down 6% in Q2 2022 as demand dampens. So North America's smartphone market reached 35.4 million shipped units in Q2, down 6.4% yearly amid economical challenges, high inflation, and poor seasonal demands. So there's a graph here showing that that is down 6%. And then there's another graph here which is showing that the top 10 shipped phones in Q2 of 2022 is actually the 5 of them are actually iPhones, and then the rest are Android. So starting at number 10 is the iPhone 13, not the Pro, not the Pro Max, just the regular iPhone 13. Next is the iPhone SE 3rd generation. After that is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Then is the iPhone 13 Pro. And then is the iPhone 12. After that, you have the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Then you have the Moto G Power 2022, the Galaxy A13, the iPhone 13 Mini, and the Galaxy S22. What do you guys think about these numbers? Are you guys surprised that in North America, the top 5 phones that got shipped out in Q2 of 2022 were iPhones? Now, here's another graph. It's showing that Apple is market share is 52%. They own 52% of the market in North America. After that is Samsung with 26%. Motorola is 9%. TCL is 5%. Google is 2%. And then all of the other types of manufacturers is 6%. Bradley says that he's not surprised that it's Apple. Tech for Your Needs is also not surprised. Savage says the import bans are working. Yeah. Yeah. Tech Love and Mama said, I like the background music. It's calming and soothing, but not too much. It's also not making me want to go to sleep. Thanks. Yeah, oh yeah, Beast did an awesome job on this beat. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. And so when people ask why hasn't Apple made a change or changed their formula or anything like that, because obviously in North America at least, their formula is working. People are still buying lots of iPhones. So it's an unfortunate thing right now. So the next article is a blog from Twitter. So listen up, podcasts are coming to Twitter. Integrating podcasts into spaces where audio conversations happen on Twitter is another way we're continuing to invest in audio creators. To do this in a simple and intuitive way that allows listeners to simply hit play and go. We started with a redesign of our audio experience in the Spaces tab. So here's a picture of the Spaces tab, and how it's supposed to look like. It looks like, you know, podcasts and things like that. But the selection doesn't stop there. These new hubs will also feature the most popular and engaging podcasts from around the world. Our internal research indicates that 45% of the people who use Twitter in the US also listen to podcasts monthly. So we'll automatically suggest compelling podcasts to help people easily find and listen to topics that they want to hear more about. So, are you guys going to consider creating a podcast and putting it on Twitter? Are you guys going to consider actually listening to it on Twitter? I also shared a link from Eileen on Twitter. She actually shows it in action. So, in the blog post, it says that it's part of Twitter Spaces. But when you actually go to the Twitter Spaces, and this is supposed to be as of Thursday, yesterday, that this is supposed to be available, is not available, but it was available for her second account, which is a Twitter Blue account. So I definitely recommend that you check out this video if you're interested in trying to find podcasts on Twitter. It is starting at 17 minutes into the video, and it's linked down in the description. So BG Tech Life said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same thing with Tech for Your Needs. He says, if it ain't broken, why change it? I bet that's what Apple is saying. Yep. This is I know you guys are definitely talking about the previous article. So in our next article is by Engadget, and the title says, Instagram's next feature might be a copy of BeReal. Instagram Candid Challenges is currently an internal prototype according to the company. So Instagram is testing a new feature called Candid Challenges, which bears a striking resemblance to BeReal, a photo sharing app popular amongst Gen Z. There goes Instagram again, stealing features from other platforms. The currently unreleased feature was spotted by Alessandro Pausini, a developer known for reverse engineering apps and finding early versions of upcoming updates. An Instagram spokesperson confirmed the feature is an internal prototype, but declined to provide additional details. So this is what it looks like when they reverse engineered it. And I'm just going to click on the tweet. And in case you guys are wondering what is BeReal, like I said, it's popular among Gen Z, so probably we don't know anything about it. I definitely don't know anything about it. So BeReal is an app where for 2 minutes you get a challenge that says, hey, take a picture. And when you take a picture, is of the front facing camera and the back facing camera at the same time. And it's just basically being like how Instagram is now calling it a candid challenge. So for 2 minutes you get an alert, hey, take a picture right now with your front and back camera to see if you're a real person. Hold on a moment. Sorry about that. I had to cough. So that's what the challenge is about. So right now on the Apple App Store, it is more popular than Facebook and Instagram. It's number 1 right now, whereas Instagram is number 6 and Facebook is number 18. So that's why they're wanting to reverse engineer it and copy it. Yep. Bradley said, Meta just isn't original. Yeah, true that. All right. So on to our last article, which is Twitch. Twitch will now let partners stream on YouTube and Facebook. So partners will be able to stream on other platforms, but multicasting will be limited to mobile platforms like TikTok. So the days of Twitch partner exclusivity is over. Twitch told partner streamers in an email this morning that the platform was lifting a long-standing exclusivity agreement that denied partners the ability to stream on other services. Partners will now be able to stream on YouTube, Facebook Live, and other platforms, though in some cases, Twitch will still limit what they're able to do. So in the email, Twitch recognized that streamers use multiple platforms, like me, to connect with their communities, and said this move would grant them greater flexibility to grow with those types of audience and platforms. I was just gonna ask what you guys think about it. Savage Scientist says Twitch is declining. I think that is the problem. Probably they're not able to get exclusivity, as many exclusivity deals as they thought that they would have been able to have gotten, and probably that's why they're like, okay, you guys are able to stream in other platforms. So I use StreamYard, so with StreamYard I don't have to worry about that. I'm able to go live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. But if I had an exclusivity deal with Twitch, they would say, no, you're not able to. You can only live stream and not able to even re-upload to other places. So I think that's probably why they're doing it. Just because they're losing people. They're losing their core audience. And they want to be able to give them that flexibility so that they can stay on the platform. Savage Scientist said Twitch should have come out as a total video platform to compete with YouTube and had a special gaming product. Yeah, that with when you are partnered with Twitch, you're able to upload videos, but I don't know how long they last. You are able to make highlights. Highlights, they last for forever. There's no type of I don't know how to explain it. Let me see. Savage said YouTube adapted by creating YouTube gaming and it slowed down Twitch growth. Yes, I agree. Yep. It definitely has. So those are all the articles that I have to talk about today and things that I wanted to talk about today. Thank you guys for being with me today. I'm going to be going over to LaShawn's stream. So I'm going to post it here in the comments. He's having a celebration because he got 1,000 subscribers, which means he's now able to be monetized. So I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to hop over there and the party can keep going over there. Okay. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I'll catch you guys next Friday. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Keep your eyes peeled. All right. Let me go ahead and stop this music. And hit that outro.
Tech Valor.